Hello and welcome to the user guide for the Smart Stormwater / Smart City System 1.0 project. I'm Ricardo and I'll be guiding you through showing you exactly what is it that users in the user role are able to do within our application. So we're going to log in as second sub user because that account is written down as a user role instead of admin. And so we brought into the overview or a page where you can see your dashboard. And this page is pretty important mainly because this is where you can see all your information for your devices that are assigned to you. So you log in and you see this table. So for this account, for second sub user, we have 2 devices assigned to us. And a lot of information displayed here, so let's go one by one. First, we have the device identifier. It's like a label, so you know which device is which. Then we have the battery level telling you just obviously how much battery it has left. 66%, not really a whole lot of need to really change the battery. 20%, you might want to start looking into it, but you can make your decisions based off of it. It's what currently the battery level is for each device, so you can make decisions based on that. Then you have the fill level. So a little bit of background information. These devices are paired with bins to be installed in sewer drains. That way, whenever trash goes into the sewer drains, it gets collected and caught within the bin. And obviously, over time, the bin fills up. So the whole point of the devices are to calculate the fill level, or basically answering the question of how full is it. Well, this device is telling us that it's just over half full, same as the other one. And so that's essentially what it is, just what currently is the fill level since the last time the sensors checked. Then we have this sensing interval where you tell the device just how many minutes in between each time it has to sense do you want it to be. So right now this device checks every 5 minutes and this one checks every 20. Now, if you want to change the sensing interval, let's say from 20 minutes to 5 minutes because the season is worse, it's been raining a whole lot, and more trash generally tends to go into the sewers at that time because of flooding, whatever it may be, you want to change it. So the way you do it is you pick your desired interval, so 5 minutes, you click the device you're changing. And it could be multiple, by the way. You could change this one to an hour and also check it. So you put the desired sensing interval, you select it, then you go to this actions drop down and click update sensing interval. And so this then tells the device the new interval that you want it to be. And it's simple as that. Now this device does it every 5 minutes. And then finally we have the address, which is kind of self-explanatory. Where is the device located? It's at this address. Simple. Now, obviously it's for some people that may not live in the area, or they don't know every address that ever exists, or just not known their area because they moved in, or whatever it may be. They might not really know where this is. So if you scroll down a bit, you're able to see a Google map frame showing you where the devices are located. So the one that's at 6302 is right here, so it's a little bit easier to visualize and see just where it is with this map. Also, a thing to note is the color of these what do they call this? I guess these checkers, right? The pins, I think they might be called. So the color of the pins tell you more or less where the fill level is for that device based on the thresholds you've set in your account settings. So these thresholds where it's green to yellow and yellow to red, these are essentially different states where if this one was green instead of yellow, it's basically telling you the device that it's in this location is good, pretty empty, been collected recently, you don't have to worry about it. When it's yellow, like it is now, it's starting to get high up there, 59, 67, 57, it's getting pretty full. You might need to pay attention to it. And red meaning essentially that it needs to be collected as soon as possible. But of course, these varies depending on how you set your thresholds, which we'll look into when we look at the account settings. So that's it for the Google Maps, really. Now in the actions, you might have seen update GPS, which is another action you can do, because if you decide to move one device somewhere else and you want to update the address, all you really have to do is just select the device you want to update, go to actions, and update GPS. Just like the sensing interval, it'll tell the device to get the GPS and return it here to be changed with whatever is here, and it replaces it. But obviously for this demo we didn't move it anywhere else, so it'll just stay in the same place. That's why you don't see a really big change there. So that's mainly it for the table. The only thing left is right next to the table is this graph here, and this graph tells you, or shows you rather, the progression of the fill level as time goes on. So you see here that it started November 12th and it ends November 30th, so about 2-3 weeks of interval currently going on right now. Now the way you show it, or you make the graph changes, it starts blank because you haven't selected a device that you want to see. So I wanted to see this one, you check it, and now you're able to see the different levels per day or per certain amount of hours, depending on how it is. And you can see that it's been at 100, then it does this drastic drop. This tells you that it's been collected sometime between November 12th and November 15th. At some point it's been collected. It rose up kind of quickly, then it slowed down a bit, and it got collected once more, and now it's on the rise again. And so here you can kind of see how fast it's going, and just general trends over the last couple of days or even weeks. Now that's mainly it for the dashboard. Once again, you got the table with the information for your devices, the chart, the different actions you can make, and the map. Now the next thing to know is the notifications. Sometimes events happen and you're notified, and it depends on your notification settings, which we'll get to in a little bit. But here it's nothing more than telling you what device is giving this notification, what type of notification is it, where is it located, and the date in which it happened. Pretty simple, straightforward. And I believe it's about 100. We've limited to about 150 to 100 entries, and they're ordered in time. That's why here it's November 15, then July 5th, and onwards, backwards in time. So next we're going to go into the user settings, where you can change your information, your account information, except for a few things like user ID and organization. You can change your email, your password, your contact number. Then you could also change your thresholds, which is what I was talking about before, the green to yellow threshold. Where is it, that line that you want to set, where it goes from okay to cautious, and from cautious to alert or warning, really. And you can change it. Maximum is 100, and minimum, I believe, is 1 or 0. Could just automatically be, but it's up to you. And then, of course, once you're done, you can save the information and it'll be updated. Now, you also have your notification settings, which tells you what it is that you want. For the website notification, it's the notifications page where we just looked at. And email notification, you check it if you want to receive an email whenever that notification pops up. And just as an example for the website notifications, we have GPS updates turned off, but let's say we want to know every time a GPS updates to make sure we are up to date on when the devices were moved, right? So we save it, the information is saved, and if we go to notifications, we now see GPS updated showing up, whereas before, if we uncheck that now, we do not see it. We don't see update GPS anywhere. And finally, part of the notification settings is adding a new email to this email list. And this is mainly for whenever you want to have someone getting email notifications but aren't really registered with the application because maybe they really don't need it. They only need to know when it turns red, like a collection service. They might want to receive the email to know where to go and what threshold or what fill level percentage it's at. So it's simple. You just wanna send this to pickup crew at pickup.com, and you want to click save. And if you get out and come back in, you'll see that they are now added to the email list. And it's as simple as that. You will have to go one by one if you want to add multiple, but essentially that's how it is. And that is all that there is for the user guide. I want to thank you so much for watching and for the interest. Make sure to write any comments, questions, concerns down in the comment section below. And once again, thank you for your time.